In the quiet lands of Canaan, where the winds whispered ancient songs, there lived a young boy named Joseph. He was the 11th son of Jacob, but in his father's heart, he held a special place. To show his love, Jacob crafted for Joseph a coat bursting with colors as radiant as a rainbow. But where love grew in one heart, envy began in another. His 10 older brothers, rugged shepherds, watched with growing resentment. Their jealousy only intensified when Joseph shared his dreams. Dreams where their sheaves of grain bowed down to his, and even the sun, moon, and 11 stars bowed before him. To his brothers, these weren't just dreams. They were a declaration that he, the youngest, would one day rule over them. One day, Jacob sent Joseph to check on his brothers as they tended flocks in a place called Dothan. Seeing him approach from a distance, his colorful coat shining under the sun, their jealousy hardened into a dark plot. "Here comes the dreamer," they sneered. They seized him, tore off his beautiful coat, and threw him into a dry, empty pit, ignoring his desperate pleas. While they sat down to eat, a caravan of merchants heading to Egypt passed by. Judah, one of the brothers, had an idea. "What's the point in killing him?" he said. "Let's sell him instead." And for 20 pieces of silver, Joseph was sold into slavery. His brothers then dipped his coat in goat's blood and took it to their father, Jacob, who was consumed by a grief so deep he thought his son was dead. But Joseph was alive. He was taken to Egypt, a land of golden sands and towering monuments, and sold to Potiphar, the captain of Pharaoh's guard. God was with Joseph, and he excelled at everything he did, soon becoming the head of Potiphar's entire household. However, his journey was far from over. Potiphar's wife falsely accused him, and he was thrown into prison. But even in the darkness of a dungeon, Joseph's spirit shone. He interpreted the dreams of 2 fellow prisoners, Pharaoh's cupbearer and baker, with perfect accuracy. He asked the cupbearer to remember him once he was restored to his position. But for 2 long years, Joseph was forgotten. Then, Pharaoh himself was troubled by 2 disturbing dreams that none of his wise men could interpret. He dreamt of 7 fat cows being devoured by 7 skinny cows, and 7 healthy heads of grain being swallowed by 7 thin ones. It was then that the cupbearer finally remembered the young Hebrew in prison. Joseph was rushed before Pharaoh. With divine insight, he explained the dreams. 7 years of great abundance would be followed by 7 years of devastating famine. He advised Pharaoh to appoint a wise man to store grain during the years of plenty. Astonished by his wisdom, Pharaoh declared, "You shall be over my house. Only on the throne will I be greater than you." And just like that, the boy from the pit became the second most powerful man in Egypt. The famine came just as Joseph had foretold, spreading across all the surrounding lands, including his home in Canaan. Desperate for food, Jacob sent his 10 sons to Egypt to buy grain. They came and bowed before the powerful Egyptian governor, having no idea it was the very brother they had sold into slavery years ago. Joseph recognized them immediately. His childhood dreams were coming true right before his eyes. He decided to test their hearts to see if they had changed. He accused them of being spies and demanded they bring their youngest brother, Benjamin, to prove their innocence. When the brothers returned with Benjamin, Joseph set one final, painful test. He secretly had his own silver cup placed in Benjamin's sack and then accused him of theft. He wanted to see if they would abandon Benjamin just as they had abandoned him. But this time, something was different. Judah stepped forward, offering to become a slave in Benjamin's place. "Let the boy go home," he pleaded. "My father will die without him." Seeing their transformed hearts, Joseph could no longer contain himself. He sent everyone out of the room and wept loudly, revealing his identity. "I am Joseph. Is my father still alive?" The brothers stood trembling, but Joseph embraced them. "You meant evil against me," he said, "but God meant it for good." Joseph's story teaches us that even when life throws us into the deepest pits, even when we are betrayed and forgotten, there is a greater plan at work. What others intend for harm, God can turn into something beautiful. So, hold on to your dreams and keep your faith. Your journey from the pit to the palace might be closer than you think. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this.